Boom! We're live. What's up, everybody that's just coming in here? I'm a little out of breath right now. I had to run upstairs and get these waters. I was just scrambling around trying to get ready for the show, but I'm ready. I got my hydration right here, my sources of hydration. Oh, let me cut that ad off. Sorry about that. Got my hydration right here. Got my coffee, my black. You guys know I'm black coffee for days, by the way. If you guys want to talk about coffee too, I could talk for hours about coffee, dude. Like my favorite. I'm not much of a light roast or blends or cream guy. I just love straight black, right? All these people like, I want a double chocolate chip mocha. I want strawberry, shortcake coffee or whatever, right? When I'm in the line, it's like, just give me a black coffee and go to work. That right? I'm a simple man with my coffee. I drink her black. Whether you think about it as burnt toast, I don't care. I love my coffee black, and you guys. Now you guys know. Speaking of which, if you guys ever want to send me a cup of coffee, or, well, not a cup of coffee, but if you ever want to send me one of those Keurig packs, I'm open for it. Email me, because you guys know I like my coffee dark. Dark is better. Darker the better. Nothing else to discuss. See, Pacific Northwest knows, man, I love my coffee dark. I don't play around with the flavors or anything. Like I said, strictly dark. So, while we're at it, you can see I'm repping the JTLK shirt. These are now available on eBay if you guys want. All the links are in the description below, literally the first link. If not, it's somewhere in the description. Let me just double check to make sure I'm right, because I don't want to be throwing anybody off here. But I do have these shirts available now. Yep, JTLK merch. You can pick up these premium short sleeve unisex t-shirts. We got two versions right now, I believe. We have the white, and we also have a couple of V-necks you can get in dark green. So if you want to check those out, all are linked in the description below. And then with that, you can also get a pop socket for the back of your phone. I would show it to you right now, but I'm actually shooting this on my phone. You guys know I tried to do this a couple of weeks ago with a microphone and a webcam connected to this laptop here, but unfortunately it didn't work out. I just don't have enough bandwidth to make it happen. So for now, I'm just going to be doing it on the phone until I can figure out a more reliable way to up the quality, if you will, right? So we're going to go back to doing it on the phone for a while. But while doing that, I'm going to see if I can figure out some ways to get some audio in here. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and say what was I going to say? I'm going to go ahead and figure out some ways to get a microphone in here. Wait a minute. What's going on? Josh Smith, what are you talking about? Alan and I, so let me clarify something, Josh Smith. If you're implying the way that we present things, let me just say that. I know that in the beginning, I used to emulate Alan a lot with my video style, but, now that I'm growing and, developing as my own creator, I'm trying to figure out ways to, I'm trying to figure out ways to build my own style now. So I've kind of gotten away from the Alan style of making videos. Now I'm upping my quality. I'm upping my video editing. I'm trying to set myself apart, if you will, right? So I don't know what you mean by that, because Alan and I we agree. But if you'd like to clarify, I can go in further detail and digress. Jake getting that tree and those nasty roots taken out come spring. Josh Smith, that's awesome, dude. Get it done. Speaking of which, in case you guys haven't seen, there's a new video on the channel that I put out last week talking about tree roots in the lawn. When your tree gets mature and you have those giant root material at the surface of your lawn, it doesn't look good. I talk about ways to fix that so it doesn't look bad without having to physically cut into the tree and mechanically remove the roots. Good video if you haven't seen it. Go check it out on the channel. It's literally... It's the latest video out there. So if you want to check that out, that's available for you too. Yeah, Josh Smith. It's funny that you say that. Dark Death Wish. Yes, Death Wish. I was actually drinking Death Wish the other day, dude. My uncle has like a whole stash of Death Wish. It's so good. There's something about Death Wish coffee, man. Like, I love my French roast blends that you can get from like Target or whatever in the Keurig aisle. But Death Wish, oh my god, especially when you brew it the old-fashioned way, it gets me going. Like, once I have Death Wish, I'm going. And on top of that, I'm sure those of you guys who are a bunch of coffee junkies like me, dark coffee is very good at cleaning out the. It's good for cleaning out the pipes. But yeah, Josh Smith, I am very familiar with Death Wish. I love Death Wish, man. Nothing gets me going like Death Wish coffee. Put a plug-in extender down there. You know, David Williams, I was thinking about that. I actually have one sitting upstairs, but we tried it. Yeah, Ron Hunter, see, you get it. Cleans out the pipes. But it's true. You know, those you coffee junkies out there, I'm sure you guys know that. When you drink black, it cleans out the pipes. Best way to cure constipation. All right, I'm done. I'm not going to go there. I don't want to turn this into that. I don't want to turn this into the health channel. I'm going to have all my haters coming in. Oh, listen to Jake talking like he knows like he knows how to maintain a healthy diet, right? I know. I got it. I'll stop right there. But anyway, David Williams, I would like to put a extender in here, but I got to take the time to figure it out. I've tried it a couple of times, just didn't work out. Maybe I'm doing. Any of you IT guys out there, I know I have a ton of IT guys in the community here. If you could help, maybe tell me why it is that when I try to, set up when I try to set up an extender, I had one that I tried last year. It didn't work very well. So, what do you guys think it was? Is there something I could do better to make that router work? Because if so, I will hook that up and speed up my connection so that I don't have it slowing down on me, because I'm tired of that. So, if you guys can help me, maybe understand the instructions a little bit, I'd appreciate it. As a matter of fact, if you guys want me to email, I will happily give it to you so you can walk me through it. Try the Shure NV5, super portable, great sound, and under $100, brother. Turf Therapy, is that a extender? I don't know. I have no idea. Everything sounds the same, whether it's a car, whether it's a camera. They all got the same freaking model numbers. Well, you know what I mean. Not the same numbers, but everything just sounds similar. Just ordered 5 gallons of Green Punch. Josh Smith, that's awesome. As a matter of fact, speaking of Greene County, we got big things coming very soon. I don't want to spoil them right now, but all I could say is that you guys are in for a very special treat. I've spent the last year and a half working with these guys. Nothing but good things to say about them. And all I got to say is that we have big things planned for 2020. Stay tuned for that. What do we got? Sorry if I'm going a little fast. You should switch to Orbi. You won't have any issues. Super TA. When I was visiting John Perry to do an episode in Utah, John Perry, CEO of Lawncology, when I went to visit him, well, you guys should know he is the one and only anyway. I visited him. He has nothing but Orbi in his house, and let me tell you that the connection was stellar. So, John, if you're watching this, dude, thank you for recommending me to Orbi. I'm thinking about it. But how much is an Orbi? Is it like really crazy expensive? Because if it is, I don't think we're going to be switching to it anytime soon. But maybe we will. Hang on. Spring is coming. Local Lowe's and Home Depot getting in Scott's Milorganite and springtime products. Yeah, man. The hype is almost here. I'm really excited about it. How quick does a turf-type tall fescue lawn use up the micronutrients? Waiting on soil results added low rates of microgreen last season. Joe Costello, that's a little scientific for me. I can't answer that, but all I can tell you is that if you at least wait a week, then you should be able to get some pretty good results in there, so I wouldn't worry about that. Any tips on keeping my neighbor Zoysia from creeping into my fescue? Brian Moore? I guess my best recommendation to you, based on what I know, would just be to culturally cut it out with your weed whacker, because the thing about zoysia, man, is that it's one of those grasses that doesn't come in strong, but over time it's just going to invade more and more and more, right? So if there's any recommendation I would give you, it would just be to keep hitting those areas along the property line with your weed whacker, and you should be fine. So, other than that, I don't really know. Any of my pro friends out there who deal with this type of issue in the transition zone, please hop in and help my buddy out. I'd appreciate it, because honestly, I've never dealt with this. I'm actually, speaking of zoysia though, we're going to be messing with a zoysia lawn. It's down in Florida, so it's going to be strictly warm season to warm season, so no warm and cool season in the same environment. But we are going to be doing a zoysia lawn project this year that requires a different kind of fertility application. So I'm sure my pro friends out there know immediately what I'm talking about, but it's going to be fun. So stay tuned for all of that coming up very soon. Pub Dog, what's up, man? Nice to see you too. Grace Ortis, you connected well today. What did you do different? Oh, I just used my cell phone like I have been in the past. I just went back to my phone for tonight. Keep it simple. And on top of that, I think this is a better setup. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the podcast microphone. It's beautiful, right? But what I don't like is that you can't really hear the background, right? Like a lot of you guys say that what made this show special was being able to hear that fire, right? But having that webcam set up, it just kind of took away the reality a little bit, right? It made the fire look blue, made it look fake, and then with that, the microphone canceling everything but my voice out, which is awesome, but you really couldn't hear what was going on back there, so that's part of it. Anyway, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and fix that, because it's looking a little dark, looking a little cool. I'll fix that fire, and then we'll get right back to the Q&A. Once again, burning my fresh oak as usual. But it's starting to dry out now. Making some tremendous progress with that. Burning hot. All right. Sorry, I'm a little hyper. I got some coffee running through the veins right now. You guys have no idea. But you know what? It's better than, hi, today we're going to talk, right? It's better than most people who are tired at the end of the day. I'm pumped. I'm amped, right? I'm excited to get into these questions. Logan Burnett, hey Jake, does humic acid stay in the soil after application, or does it eventually leach out and need to be reapplied every so often? Logan, I don't really know specifically, but all I can tell you is that when you apply humic acid, it is going to make nutrients more readily available to the plant, and on top of that, it's going to make a better environment for your turf grass. That's really what humic acid does. It's a chelator, and it's going to make nutrients more readily available to the plant. That part I do not know, but I can promise you the benefits are apparent. So keep applying it. I think you skipped my previous post, Josh Smith. I'm so sorry about that. I often do that when I get a little too excited, so sorry. You know, it's hard to catch everybody. After I get the green punch in, I'm going to order 5 gallons of Humic 12 and microgreen. Awesome, dude. Get after it. Great way to add a little variety in there. Very robust applications. I like that. Just got news. My neighbors who is moving. Come fall, I'm going to have a vacant neighbor, so game on to do a test plot. Yeah, man, Josh, get after it, dude. That's awesome. I would love to see what you do to that lawn. You know, there's something about test plots that are fun, right? You know, you have your main section of lawn that you keep looking good, and then one way you kind of reward yourself for all that hard work you put into your front is you give yourself like a section on the side or back where you could just, you know, do anything you want to it, right? The limits are the sky is the limit for those areas, right? I love the idea of test plots. As a matter of fact, big things planned in my back lawn this 2020 season. Stay tuned for those coming up. DIY Lawn Care Monster, if I didn't say what's up, what's going on. Ron Hunter, I would say a lot has to do with the rain and the weather. What's he talking about there? Did I miss a question from Joe? Maybe I read it, maybe I didn't. Oh, okay, yeah. I gave him my opinion on that. I'm not 100% sure. Mike Dad Lawn Addictions, another regular. What's up, bro? Welcome back. Just looked up Orbi 2-pack, which is, how much is that? $329.99. That's not bad. Hey Jake, have you gotten to use your battery-powered snowblower? Had 5 inches last week. Another 4 to 6 on the way tonight. Hope you get some snow to use it in. Andy, I have not been able to use it. The days we did get snow, it would come and it would literally melt away a couple hours. I don't know what that is. Like literally, you get like heavy snow in the morning, and then within a couple of hours it starts melting. Like what the heck, man? Like I wake up, I'm like, I want to get out there and I want to get out there and do some snow blowing, but then I have editing I got to do for my video, and then by the time I'm done editing, I go outside a couple hours later, and all the freaking snow melts. Like what the heck? Just make up your mind, weather. Come on, quit confusing the crap out of my lawn and me. Josh Smith, any new products coming out from Greene County? Based on what I hear from John, they try to release one new product a year. So I don't know what that new product's going to be, but based on that statement, probably yes, a new product will be coming out very soon. Fire looks good. Kurt Weatherby, thank you very much. This winter so far has been a bust for upstate New York. We only had 2 major storms. Yeah, man. I'm starting to hate it, man, because, we don't get any snow in the prime months anymore. And then once we get to, like, April and May, we're getting blizzards, It's like, come on. I want to get outside and do something. It's stressful enough being in the house all day when you can't do anything because it's so gray and ugly outside, right? And then I hate it. I think I need to start going to the gym. Supplement for all that global warming, blame it on China. Yeah, that and the coronavirus. That's big in the news this week. Thanks, China. This winter so far has been, yeah, I just read that one. Cool Season Lawn from Michigan. I canceled my lawn service and I'm looking forward to doing my own lawn with your help in the LCN. Randy Daves, I wish you the best of luck. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. It's optimal amounts of water for seed. I wish I would have overseeded besides the temps. Yeah, man, it's been a strange year. I'm on the far northwest suburbs of Chicago, and the snow is sticking around. My lawn still has a consistent 2-inch snowpack. That's good, man. Like, you're actually, so in an upcoming video here, it's not for my channel, it's for something else, but I'll notify you about it. I actually talk about the benefits of a 2-inch snow cover and how it insulates the turf and keeps it warm, right? Prevents desiccation, which is wind sucking moisture out of your leaves, all that stuff, right? You'll hear more in depth about that later. But hope you guys are amped up about that as I am. Nathaniel, that's okay, brother. Welcome. If you have anything you want to say, go ahead. Now's the time. We got like 45 minutes. Maybe a little more, depending on whether I decide to go overtime or not. As I am solo right now. I used to have Aiden modding this for me, but he's just been so busy, The winter grind, man, never stops. That's the thing about winter. It's been hard for me I really haven't been focusing much on lawn care because I've been so focused on improving my editing workflow. You guys know that my video edits they've been going up, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to brag about it or nothing, but based on the videos I'm putting out now compared to what I used to put out like 7-8 months ago, the quality is just going up. But with that, the amount of hours and the amount of time I put into it is going up as well. So it's been a very challenging aspect. But you know what? I love the challenge, right? I love the creative challenge. I love learning new ways to work more efficiently and get better results in my edits, right? And I'm sure you guys enjoy it too. It's a great way to make the videos more fun. And easier to watch because I know what it's like to, sit down and watch a lot of people who don't put time into their audio, don't put time into their lighting, right? I want to make sure that I'm providing for you guys that way too because I know how it can get. Like these shows sometimes, they're not the best when they're shot on my phone, but it's what I have available to me and I'm going to work the best I can to make sure that I can get the best video and audio out to you guys. So that's my little rant. That's my little rant on that. Do you take Epsom salt baths? No, I don't. I'm thinking about it though because the winter's pretty stressful, dude. I'd love to. But my dad Silverback just got a new membership to the Y, so I'm thinking about going there in the early mornings and taking an early morning swim. There's just something about swimming in the morning that gets you relaxed. You know what? Especially for me, like I love jumping in the cold water in the morning. Gets me amped up, gets me ready to go. I'll get a coffee in me, and then before you know it, I'm at work. Like usually, I've never been this way in the past. You know, I always slept till like 10 a.m., noon, whenever I could get the chance. But now, I get up early all the time. I'm getting up like 6, 7 a.m. You know, get having a coffee, relaxing, meditating in the morning, and then I go to work and edit. Like that's my favorite way to start a freaking Saturday morning. It's awesome. But where it gets challenging is when I get into the lawn season, and like right now I'm still in school, and figuring out a way to manage that, it's a little difficult. Yeah, man, Andy, me too. I love getting up. I'm not that big of a fan of getting up early, but when I do, it's the best, man, because you feel accomplished when you get up. You know, you got the rest of the day ahead of you, and you knock out a bunch of your stuff in the morning. You have the afternoon to just chill. Like that's what I like about it, or work on other stuff. But see, with the way my schedule is now, I often have to do things that are more complicated when I don't have as much willpower, like the afternoons, right? I have to edit videos and all that. Well, I don't have to, I want to. But there's also sometimes I just don't want to, right? You come home from school, you're tired, it's like, right? Just, I don't want to do it. But then, pounding down water, staying hydrated, knock it out, get it done, try to get to bed by 10:30 at the latest before school the next morning. So it's a grind, man. It's not glamorous, but nothing's glamorous. Reality's not glamorous. All right, I know I'm rambling. I'm so sorry about that. Ooh, Michael Duran. This is a lawn care related question. I've heard different opinions on this. Is it best to water in the mornings or the evening? Lately, I've been watering in the mornings. Michael Duncan, that's good on your part. Keep doing that for as much as you can. It's good to water in the mornings. Now, I say that because if you water in the evening, you're going to get the same benefit, but there is going to be some risk involved with that because you're getting the same amount of water as you do water in the morning. But because you're watering in the evening and you don't have the sun to regulate things, the water's going to sit on top of the grass blades for a while, and with that, you're probably going to get some fungus, right? Whereas if you water in the morning, you're going to get sufficient amounts of water. It's going to go down into the soil, and with the sun coming up, it's going to help dry things off and get a little airflow in there because you do get a lot of wind during the day. But if you water at night, like I said, you often don't have that stuff happening, so that water just ends up sitting there, and then that results in fungal problems. So Michael Duran, based on what I know, based on what I've been seeing in my lawn and other people's lawns, from watering in the evening, it's best to just water in the morning as much as you can. Now, I understand if you can't water in the mornings, water in the evenings. But if you have a small lawn, 5,000 square feet or less, I have a solution for you. It's called the JTLK irrigation system. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and leave that link here for you if you want to check it out. If you've never seen that video, I did a video back in July showing all my DIY friends with 5,000 square foot lawns, or really any lawn that's manageable. This is a great little makeshift sprinkler system you can make for your lawn to help water the lawn, and you don't have to think about it, right? That's the beauty of it. So let me look that up. Jake the Lawn Kid, lawn irrigation. I'll link that to you. Here it is, first video to pop up. By the way, for those of you guys who are watching my videos now, please don't give me any slack on this. I know my color grading in this video is obviously not as good as it is now, but it's how it is with time. You get better at things with time. So there you go. There you go. Ron Hunter, I'm glad you like it, man. But yeah, for those of you guys who haven't checked it out, great video. Nice way to amp up for the season. How much did you get, Ron? Shure, yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Shure. It's a microphone, comes with a cable for phone. I'll have to check it out. But I'm not really looking to invest in a microphone right now. So I'll have to see. Jake, do you ever overseed? I'm getting blueberry Kentucky bluegrass from Superstore. Can't wait. Josh Smith, yes, I do, but I'm probably not going to overseed for a while, especially my lawn. To go back to that question, though, it really depends on the situation. If you have a thin lawn that needs an overseeding, then obviously overseed it. But if you have a lawn that's sufficiently thick, it's able to keep weed competition out and it just looks good, then that's where I would say probably don't seed it and maybe go on more of a chemical route with pre-emergence, right? Think ahead of time to prevent the crabgrass for the following season. A great product to use for that, you can either use prodiamine or dithiopyr, liquid or granular, whatever you can get. Read label directions. Label's law. It'll answer a majority of your questions. So doing that will get you long ways in your program. Or you don't need to put down a pre-emergent. If you have a thick, healthy lawn that doesn't really have weed infestation problems, then maybe just continue pushing the roots with the Green County Next products. The 1801 Green Punch, the 901 Green Start, right? They're great products to use in the fall time. Build up that nitrogen for the following spring so that you don't have to apply as much then. You can pretty much just reap the rewards based on all the nitrogen you've been applying in the fall heading into winter. Make sense? Get another ASMR for you guys. Have you ever had a problem with transferring grassy weeds from a customer lawn into your lawns? DIY Lawn Care Monster, the only way I could think of having that problem is maybe if I didn't clean my mower deck. Let's say I'm using the same mower for my lawn that I'm using for some of my clients with a lot of weeds in their lawn. Maybe that's where I'd say I have that problem. But if I did, I guess my biggest recommendation for future reference would be just watch out your mower deck after every mow on a foreign property. If it's not your property, if it's a property that's foreign compared to yours, it's got a lot of weeds, don't take that risk. Wash out your equipment. As a matter of fact, I recommend that in general. For those of you guys who maintain beautiful lawns, do not, you know what I'm saying, wash your equipment beforehand, right? If you're using the same mower to cut your lawn that you're using to cut customer lawns, I always make it a priority to wash my mower deck before I cut my lawn because I don't want to risk bringing any weeds or any fungal problems into my lawn, whether it's spreadable or whether it's contagious or not. Just not willing to take that risk. So the lesson at hand would be to just wash your equipment. Be proactive about it. Nathaniel, you're the man. Soil temps in upstate New York, 29 degrees. Yeah, man, I know. It's been a real drag here, too. I'm wishing it would just snow already so I can start testing my snowblower that I got from Snapper, man. Got big collaborations with them this season, so I want to get a video out for them ASAP because based on what I've seen with that snow thrower clearing light snow and ice off the driveway, I'm excited to see how it's going to do in a blizzard. I really am. But if there's one piece of feedback I would give them, I wish they would have sent me an extra battery because let's be honest, when you're like me clearing snow for long periods of time, it's nice to have an extra battery, no matter how long of a run time I get out of it. In this case, I think it's about 75 minutes. But once again, it would be nice to have an extra battery. Other than that, though, I'm really happy. I'm excited to see how the unit's going to do. Oh man, I'm starving. I should have made a pizza. That's what I need to start doing. I need to start making pizzas because I'm like so hungry right now. Maybe it's all the coffee I'm drinking. What brand of seed do you like the most? Mike Corbel, it's not so much the brand of the grass seed, but it's what the grass seed is made up of, right? This is where I encourage you to read the label. You want to make sure that you have 3 things absent, not present, absent in that seed. One of them being noxious weed seeds. You want that to be 0%. Noxious weed seeds, as I mentioned before, those are going to be like, your dandelions, your clover, your foxtail, all of that stuff. And on top of that, another one you want to look at, those are going to be, another one you want to look at is going to be weed seed percentage or whatever. Yeah, weed seed percentage, that's another one you want to look at. You want to make sure it says none. And then the third one being other crop. Those are going to be weeds that aren't that aren't present in the seed in big enough percentages to have to be considered by law. Where was I at? That don't have to be legally considered noxious weeds, right? They're just listed as other crops. So you want to make sure that noxious weed seeds and noxious weed seeds per pound and other crop, you want to make sure all those numbers are along the lines of 0 or none. If you do that, you're going to get a clean grass seed. So to sum it up, it doesn't matter what grass seed you get or what brand it is. Sure, there's a lot of people that I stand by with grass seed, like Pete with GCI. He makes great grass seed. I used it on the LCN Lawn Revival last year. Turned out very well. But man, I might swing by. Drive the old Suburban over there. Maybe you can pop me a couple of slices. I mean, you know what's funny, Matt, is my uncle literally lives right in front of you, down Burr Street over there. You go up a little bit on Matthew where Matt's at, right in front of you, that's where my uncle's at. That's crazy, man. Small freaking world. Everyone knows each other. Let me adjust that fire real quick. Going through the wood fast here. Kelvin DeJong, I have to plant a large area of grass in the middle of a lawn, and I don't know what kind the other grass is. What should I do? Kelvin DeLong, here's what I'd recommend, because I've been in this situation too. If you don't know what grass type you have specifically, then your best chances would be to seed with a variety that contains all, a mixture of of some of the different grass types that you might have in your area. So real quick, the first thing you have to determine is are you cool season or are you warm season? Where are you located, buddy? And then we could talk about a plan here, because just to give you guys a little hint, if you have cool season, you have a little more flexibility there, because cool season grass looks really good when you mix all the varieties. Warm season grass, not so much, because they all have their own particular tastes that they all like Bermuda. If you tried to grow Bermuda grass with St. Augustine, probably wouldn't look good, because Bermuda grass requires being cut low, whereas St. Augustine grass likes it tall, right? So those two don't get along together. Whereas cool season grass types, right? We don't really have finicky grass types like that. As a matter of fact, we have more flexibility with our grass types. They can be cut however high or however low they want, as long as we maintain them correctly. And speaking of which, I actually stand corrected, because there are people who real mow St. Augustine grass. It can be done, right? You can, I guess to sum it up, you can really cut your lawn however high or however low you want, as long as you take care of it correctly. But assuming real world conditions here, a lot of you probably wouldn't do that. But yeah, Kelvin DeJong, Canada, Ontario. Okay, perfect. Here's the recommendation I have for you. Go to your big box store and look for a variety of seed that contains all three blends, right? So I'm assuming that because you're far north, you're going to have the common grass types. Now, the ones in your area are probably going to be blue and ryegrass. Bluegrass is a great foundation as it grows out and around, whereas ryegrass is, it's a good filler grass, right? It grows up and in a bunchy like pattern, so it's a great way to fill things in. And really, to sum it up, it's also great to implement both of these grass types synergistically, because if you put one in and you have a disease or a problem come and attack that grass, you're going to have problems across the entire stand. But if you bring in like 2 or 3 different grass types, if one is failing, the other can come in and take over, right? So it's a great way to synergistically seed in these grass types together. So to sum it up, Kelvin DeJong, what I would do is I would get I would get a mixed variety of anything and put it in that area. But once again, make sure you're conscious about what's in your grass seeds. You do not want those noxious weeds, and you definitely do not weed seeds. You definitely don't want weed seeds per pound as well as other crop, because those are going to be potential weed seeds that can invade your lawn. And I'm telling you, in the long run, they're not going to be pretty, because half of these weeds are called noxious weeds for a reason, because they're really hard to get rid of. So read the label, be proactive about it, and you should be fine. Thanks, Jake. I'm looking forward to dominating the neighborhood with Milorganite and my HRX 217 Honda. That's awesome, Randy Dave. Send me some pictures, man. I'd love to see it. Located in South Carolina, transition zone. I have a couple of areas of really dense shade. I was able to do my turf type tall fescue to pop up in some this fall. How can I give it the best change into spring too, though? Well, I guess my biggest recommendation for you, if you haven't done anything in the fall, would be to just hit it with nitrogen, right? Give it some nitrogen. And if you're on the Green County program, the high rates of 1801 Green Punch in the spring are a great way to go. Or really any product, get a good half pound at most of nitrogen down. And then going into the summer, you obviously want to come down. You want to microdose, make sure you're irrigating properly. And then with that, you also want to make sure that you're mowing very frequently. And if you do that, things will fill in no problem. And then, of course, whatever doesn't fill in over time, you could fill in the gaps with fall seeding. So that would be my recommendation to you. If you're having any problems now, my biggest recommendation to you would be to, give it a dose of nitrogen in the spring, help it wake up, help it jump out. And then once we get into late spring, early summer, manicure what's there with proper mowing, twice a week. We want to mow as frequently as we can. So twice a week is what I'm assuming a lot of you guys can realistically achieve. And then with that, fertilization. In the summer, in the summer, you obviously want to take nitrogen out of the equation and do more microdosing. And then with that, you also want to make sure that you're irrigating properly. So as we've prefaced a lot here in the community, you want to make sure that you're watering deep and infrequent. So a great way to start watering deep and infrequent would be to water more hours per watering and less days. More time per watering, more days in between your waterings to let things dry out, and just less days overall watering. So a great foundation to start doing that would be to start watering 2 to 3 times per week, half inch each time. As a matter of fact, if you want, I will leave a link here in the chat to a video I did that talks all about lawn irrigation. As a matter of fact, I have a whole playlist for you. Let me just link that in the chat for you guys, because this playlist is very resourceful. It talks about the big 3 things that you need to master in lawn care in order to have a good baseline down, to have the deepest, darkest, greenest, thickest lawn on the block. So these are basically the core fundamentals, but I'll link these down to you because they're important. So let's get that done. So this playlist I'm going to link to you here, this is called Lawn Cultural Practices, the Big 3. Very resourceful. We talk about mowing, we talk about fertilizing, and we also talk about irrigation. The big 3 in lawn care. You get these things right, you're good to go. So here you go. I'm going to go ahead and link that here. Lawn care cultural practices. There you go. Let me know how it works for you. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm sorry if I did. Liam, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. New face. Awesome to see you. I feed it well into the winter, like you say, to wake it up well in the spring. Awesome, dude. That's pretty cool, because I'm sure if you've been watching the videos, you guys know I prefaced hard the idea of hitting the lawn hard with nitrogen going into winter so that you don't have to hit it as hard in the spring. If anything, maybe a good quarter to half in between there, that's all you really need to give it coming out, because you'll have a big nutrient load that you put down going into winter, so you should be fine. But if you didn't do that, maybe you want to consider going up to a half or 3/4 pound. You should be fine. Should I seed in the spring before the shade comes in too much? Nathan, here's what I recommend. Like I talked about, just nurture it with the big three, like we talked about, and then whatever doesn't come in, go ahead and seed it in the fall, and you should be fine. Craig A. Wetherill. Hey Jake, how you doing? I missed my break in the weather for the Humic 12. Can I still and how close to spring grass treatments? Thanks, Rochester, New York. Craig A, yes you can. The next warm day where the ground is soft, get out there and put some Humic 12 down. It's only going to make that soil more suitable for the grass. So get out there and do it. Get after it. It's only going to help. How do you keep track of all your accounts, and what do you use to create invoices? Calvin DeJong, I don't really use anything. I have 12 clients. I just go down the street and get my money in cash. I text my customers manually, but I think I need to stop doing that and get on the digital train. Like my buddy's telling me that Yardbooks is pretty good. Probably going to start using Yardbooks, but other than that, that's all I could say. I really don't know. I haven't used any digital invoicers. I just text my customers. But I'm thinking about upgrading this season. RVA, what's up, man? It's alright, man. Everybody's late every now and then. Like me, I'm late to school almost every day. So I can relate. I water my house at least. That's good. That's good, man. Keep her green. Thanks, Jake. Grateful for an in-ground system. When we moved in, I've installed a ratio system now. Better to control my watering. Thanks. No problem, man. Glad I could help you out there. We had a pizza for dinner tonight. Oh, Jay Farm, now you're making me hungry. You're welcome, Nathan Walker. Glad I could help you. I'm new here. Heard about you from A's Lawn and Landscapes. Dude, that's awesome, man. As you know, Aiden and I, we go way back. We're buddies. Been good friends now for well over a year and a half. As a matter of fact, him and I are going to be getting together this summer to do a little surprise project for y'all. So hope you'll tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. More details to come on that very soon. Oh yeah, real quick. One thing I want to talk about. Let me adjust the fire first. It's one of the things about this show. Is you got to keep up on the firewood. Otherwise, it dies out completely on you. It ain't fun, but part of the game. I got a freaking splinter from this wood. That's a first. 45 episodes in, and already that's happened. 45? Can you believe that? 45! 44 episodes ago. 43 episodes ago. First episode, and that was like well over a year ago. Crazy. But, yeah, to answer... What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Lawncology. That's another event that's coming up. I'm actually going to be attending that conference, and I wouldn't say I'm just attending it. I'm actually there for a specific reason that you guys will learn about later. The Greene County team, they're getting me out there. We're going to do some stuff together. I think before, during, and after the event, I don't know what they have planned for me, but it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be in Atlanta, Athens, Georgia. I'm going to be in Athens, Georgia this next weekend at Lawncology Summit. It's going to be a good time. And I'm actually going to be vlogging the whole trip, so I'm going to try and get that out in real time. As a matter of fact, I'm literally going to edit as I shoot certain segments. I'm bringing a laptop with me and everything, so hope to get that video out literally the morning after I get back. I get back Saturday evening, so I'm leaving Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning. I'm going to be gone for 3 days, and then I fly out Saturday at 4:30 Eastern time, and then I should be back here my time around 4:30. So by then, I'm hoping the video will be done. I can edit a little bit on the airplane, get it done, and then hopefully get it out to you guys Sunday morning. I see, one thing I've come to find while I'm talking about this is the Sunday morning uploads. I think those are doing really well. I want to keep doing more of those. There's something about Sunday morning uploads. Like no one's really up to anything. I know that from personal experience. Like all I do on Sunday really is watch YouTube videos. So I was like, hey, you know what? I want to take advantage of that and see if my viewers will enjoy it. And clearly, based on what I've been seeing the last 2 weeks, I'm going to keep doing it and see if it continues to grow from there. Because I gotta say that one video I did a couple of days ago where I, took you along with me as I made my morning coffee. A lot of you guys like that. Want to do more stuff like that, getting a little personal with you guys. So we're gonna keep doing more of that. Ooh, awesome. The chat should be filled up now with some people. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I follow you, brother. If I don't, remind me after this to follow you. Ooh, sorry, Kelvin. I didn't mean to delete your comment. I was moving too fast, so don't take offense to that. I didn't mean to do that. Chris Mitch, I have RGS and air rate left over from the last season. You think I should implement dethatch? I don't have thatch, but I was wondering if it should still be applied. Chris Mitch, absolutely, because there are so many benefits that could come from using a product like dethatch. One of them specifically being the molasses that's within it. And the reason molasses is important is because what it's going to do is it's going to increase microbial activity in the soil, which is then going to release more heat to help break down any excess material that might come from your regular mulching that you do with your rotary mower. So it's a good idea to get some dethatch down there, as it's not really meant for the thatch, but it's just going to make a better environment for the soil. It's going to stimulate those microbes so that things can work faster, right? So definitely implement that in there. It's only going to help. And yes, I love the smell of dethatch. It smells good. Liam MD, absolutely. I'd love to check out your channel. As a matter of fact, I'll pull it up now so I don't forget. Let me pull it up. Liam LND. I'll look at it when this is over. Liam LND. Landscaping. There it is right there. Man, that's awesome. 51 videos, 130 subscribers. Keep it going, man. I don't know what you're doing, but keep it going. And you know what? I will go ahead and give a little quick advice to my up-and-coming lawn care creators out there. If you want to make something out of yourself in this community, just make videos frequently and consistently, and I promise you'll go places. That's all I'm going to say. And do that for a long period of time. If you're not seeing results now, just be patient and know that the results will come later. It's like Gary Vaynerchuk talks about, right? Patience. You're not going to get things right away, but you'll get them later on as you go. 3 times a week, man. Keep it up. Wish I could do that with my... I wish I could do that, but with my production level and how much I got going on right now, it's not viable right now. But maybe in the future, just wouldn't be sustainable for me, but awesome. Michael, what's my email? I'll leave it right here. As a matter of fact, I think what I'm going to start doing, I've been saying this for so many episodes, I'm going to put my email in the description so you guys can just start typing it in. Michael Mikalo, if that's how I pronounce your name, Mikalo. Email's right there for you, buddy. You should start up a website and start selling all these products. Chris Mitch, that's the plan. We're going to be doing that very soon. And not a lot of content this time of year for your region. Leon, M&D Landscaping, I don't edit though. I don't know how to. Well, that's how I started, man. But you know what? I put in the time and learned. That's all I can tell you. If you're committed to something, you'll put in any amount of time you can to learn how to master it. Like Aiden, let me give you a good example. Aiden, he has been doing this as long as I has. He's only been on this platform for not even a year. And already him and I are head to head with editing. Like his editing is very good, and he's only been editing for a year. So Liam MD, here'd be my recommendation. If you want to start editing better videos, watch Peter McKinnon. Once you watch Peter McKinnon, you will never go back. I can promise you that from experience. I am a religious supporter of Peter. I've been watching him for a long time. He makes quality content and he's a well-spoken man. He's very good at getting his point across and how to make better videos and just improve your workflow, showing you ways to not only make good content, but do it in a fast way. So then that way you can get right back to having fun and living life. So Peter McKinnon, look his name up. You'll never go back. always got to support fellow YouTubers, man. Like that guy. Where would I be without Peter? I'd still be editing crappy GoPro footage on the floor. No color grades or sound design or anything, but that's it. What's my equipment setup? We talking videos or lawn care? Because I have a position on both of them that I'd like to state. Lawn care, perfect. What's my current setup for lawn care? Just a 42-inch lawn tractor and a cart, tow-behind cart that attaches to it to tow my equipment. Got that from Tractor Supply a little bit ago. It's the Groundworks 1,400-pounder capacity, whatever. Anyway, they have those like utility carts you can get at Tractor Supply. Have one of those attached to the back of a John Deere L120, 48-inch. Does the job. Perfect for any startup out there who's looking to knock out lawns fast. Andy, I'm back. Thoughts on the Sprayers Plus FH25E? Thinking about buying one this spring to get into the GCF products. Andy, lawn care, that's a great way to get started. Now, if you have a big lawn, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But if you have a very small lawn, like 5,000 square foot or less, it will do the job perfectly. I can tell you from experience, it's a good sprayer for anybody who's getting into the liquid game. You have a small amount of area. Otherwise, if you have something larger, I'd probably recommend the YT25E or the king of the jungle, the 105EX. But in this case, if you have a small lawn, like you said right here, 4700, great sprayer for that. It'll do the job. How do you like your lawn striper, Michael? I love it, dude. The Big League Lawn Striper, oh my god, it's so nice. As a matter of fact, I just got one for my tractor. Going to be installing that very soon. Going to be doing some videos on that, so very exciting. Can't wait. Mike R, shout out from New Jersey. What's up, brother? Welcome. Glad you're here. Right now we're talking about lawn stripers. We're talking about sprayers. We're talking about all sorts of cool professional and DIY mixed stuff. It's a combination of all sorts of fun things. Really exciting night tonight. More ASMR for you guys. You guys know how I am about that. I'm sure you guys like it too. ASMR. Nice, man. I have 2 Husky garden tractors, 5x8. I'm getting soon to go behind one of my Huskies, a Husky trimmer, DeWalt trimmer, handheld Echo PB580T, and some other miscellaneous stuff. Liam, I have a great recommendation for you if you just started in the game. And this is really for anybody who's starting in the game. I did this video like a while back where I showed people how to tow lawn equipment without a truck or a trailer. I did this video a while back. It's like 3 years ago. Really good video for those of you guys who have lawn care businesses in the neighborhood. You're looking to get started up in there. You're looking for ways to get some clients, get some eyeballs on you and your business and your plans. Watch this video right here that I'm going to put in the chat. I made this 3 years ago, and I still stand by this video. For all my beginners out there, we all start somewhere. Here's a way to make the best out of that equipment so you can get it around efficiently. There you go. I just started in the game. What would be a good leaf blower to buy? Rudy Thomas, I am not an expert on equipment, but I can tell you from experience, any Echo backpack you can get works just fine. I hear Steel's pretty good too. I want to get my hands on a Steel so bad. But as a residential, I believe the BR 400, 350, those are pretty good. But if you're doing more commercial work, then I suggest the 6, 7, or even 800. Very powerful machines. I have one of those garden carts. Also, I have about 15 yards. Been at it since I was 10. I'm 13 now. Liam, keep at it, man. It only goes uphill from here. I recommend Husky. Not a fan of Echo. Had bad luck. Well, that's all right, man. To each his own. I haven't had much bad luck with Echo, so I really haven't had much bad luck at all, surprisingly. But to each his own. Do you see yourself trying a real mow experience in the near future? Super TA329. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I've been talking about it. I'm thinking about that small section up here, maybe going down a couple inches with it, experimenting a little bit. But other than that, I just don't know. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can promise. But with my new collaboration, my new sponsor that I got going on with Greene County, we got some big projects we're going to be doing in the south. So maybe with that we can talk a little bit about lower cut bluegrass. I don't know. We'll see. Because I would love to go lower. Believe me, I would. I would love to. Are you going to continue working on LCN's old lawn? Andy, yes I am. No worries. We're going to keep doing treatments there. But with how I want to take things this year, being a little more engaging with the community, I don't think I'm going to be doing as many videos on it. But what I will do is I will update you guys on it every now and then. As a matter of fact, I may even implement it into my new partnership that I'm doing with Greene County. So stay tuned for that. There's a little hint for you guys, by the way, what I'm going to be doing. It's exciting. Lawn Dad, what's up, bro? Welcome. Ooh, this fire goes off fast, man. This is so high maintenance. Pretty quiet. Yeah, anything new come in? No, it's dead. Everybody's leaving. It's almost 7. I'm about to get off here in a few minutes too. Anything else before we go? We got like 2.5 minutes left. I'm gonna go check that video. It was fun talking to you, Liam, M&D. Awesome, bro. Good luck. How's the big project lawn that you started with LCN looking? Are you going to treat all 30,000 square feet or just the half that you did this past season? Andy, we're going to continue treating the entire thing, and with that we have a big project we're going to be doing. We're probably going to do some winter seeding, seeding in the winter. It's called dormant seeding. We're hoping to get that done if the weather cooperates, which shouldn't be a problem. Want to get it in before the next big snowstorm. That's the problem with timing this, is it's hard to figure out the perfect time to do a dormant seeding, especially with the weather being as indefinite as it is. It's a little narcissistic weatherall, isn't it? I think your own comments are funny. Let me see. I'm always up for a laugh, though, so I'm going to go back and see it. I must have missed it. Yeah, well, I'll probably laugh about it when this is over. Oh, commented on the video. Okay, let me see. No, you didn't. My grass don't want to go dormant, so what can I do to kill some weeds? Rudy Thomas, I have a video that talks all about what you can do there, so I will leave that video linked. Hang on. Jake the Lawn Kid. Kill weeds. Did a couple videos a while back talking about weed spraying, how to kill weeds in the lawn. We touch on topics such as where the weeds come from, why they're there, and on top of that, we also... Oh, it's playing right now. Stop playing. Thank you. All right, let me put that in the chat there. And I think that's going to be a wrap on the whole show tonight. So here you go. How to kill weeds in the lawn. There you go. All right, everybody, it's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We have a ton of great content coming up for you, and the partnership with Greene County, it's only going to get better from here. There's more to come on that later. And next week, I'm not going to be home to do a regular episode of Lawnfires, so I figured what I would do to change it up a little bit is I'm going to go ahead and live stream whatever it is we're doing on Friday at the Lawncology event. Maybe we're going to be doing a DIY panel with homeowners. I don't know. I haven't seen the itinerary yet. But whatever we're doing, I'll try and figure out some way to get out a nice... I'll try and figure out a way to get out an hour-long live stream so that you guys can kind of, take in the experience with me. I know that some of you, unfortunately, aren't able to go, so I want to, fix that for some of you guys, heal some of you on that by sharing the experience with you for at least an hour of whatever we're doing live in real time. So tune in for that. That'll be next Friday, and in the meantime, make sure you subscribe to the channel and look forward to that new video coming out Sunday if we get a video out this week. I don't know if we're going to... haven't really shot anything yet. If it snows tomorrow, definitely going to get out there and do my snow thrower. Got to get that done. But other than that, don't know if there will be a video Sunday. But if there is, stay tuned for it. And if not, there will be a live stream next week. I promise. I'll try. I'll try. I promise. 100%. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And I will show you how to get the deepest, darkest, greenest, thickest lawn on the block. I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later.